welcome back to the Simba Kitchen, where even more chip-tacular meals await. My name's Narisha, aka Rish, and I've got a special treat for you that's perfect for those jaw days and those chill days. You know those days, those ones filled with watching football with your chommies, parties for the little ones, and even those family reunions where no one, not even Ma Aggie with the dentures, holds back on the snacks. And no, we're not talking about Cook Sisters, Bubba or Amagwinya. Although they are very delicious, they're not as exciting, appetizing, or roaring with flavor like what we're making today. Potato chip peanut clusters.
A lekker mix of sweet and salty, and packing a delightfully crunchy punch. These little peanut clusters are the perfect thing to make for your favorite people during those unforgettable moments. Or for yourself, because you deserve to treat yourself Simba-style.
So foodies, are you ready for another yum-tastic romp in the Simba kitchen? Then let's get nuts.
For this recipe, you'll need just 4 simple ingredients: a bag of milk chocolate chips, vegetable oil, Simba Chips lightly salted peanuts, and finally, a bag of salt and vinegar Simba Chips. In a microwave-safe bowl, pour in the milk chocolate chips. Then, add in the vegetable oil. Looks and sounds gross, I know, and a surefire way to ruin chocolate, you might be thinking. But don't fret, foodies. The oil helps the chocolate chips melt smoothly and prevents it from becoming all clumpy and difficult to work with. Place the bowl in the microwave and heat in 30-second intervals, stirring in between until the mixture is completely melted and smooth. You want a nice, smooth texture, like this. Now it's time to crush some chips. What's amazing about Simba Chips is that its thick, rich texture keeps their crunchiness a little better, which, together with the peanuts, complements the smooth chocolate mixture. I like to use a rolling pin and crush them into a Ziploc bag. Makes it nice and easy, and you can contain the mess. Once the chips are crushed, take it along with the pre-chopped peanuts and add these to the melted chocolate. Stir well until everything is evenly coated. Once this is done, scoop the mixture into a muffin tray lined with cupcake cases. This makes it super easy to get those perfectly formed clusters without spreading too far. It also prevents them from sticking to the inside of the tray. Now, sprinkle the tops of each cluster with a few extra crushed chips and peanuts. Then, pop the tray into the fridge for about 30 minutes, or until the chocolate is hardened completely. This helps them keep their shape and prevents them from falling apart. Out of the fridge and into the mouth. And shoo! It's so good! These amazing potato chip peanut clusters are perfect as party snacks, as sweet and savory pick-me-ups with every goal scored or missed, as Ma Aggie approved indulgences at the family braai, or just a scrumptiously simple snack with your tea or coffee.
Now we want to hear from you. How do you use Simba Chips in your favorite dishes? We've already received tons of fun and roaringly flavorsome recipes from you guys, including this one for smoked beef flavored Simba Chips onigiri by Asana Asiana. Talk about a fabulous fusion of African and Asian cuisines. Let's take a look.
So onigiri is a type of sushi rice dish, usually adorned in seaweed and filled with any filling you want. So for this recipe, you'll be needing sushi rice. For flavoring and keeping the rice sticky, you'll be needing rice vinegar. Japanese rice seasoning is quite cool because it contains seaweed and salt. You'll need plentiful of salt for later and a sheet of seaweed. You'll also need some mayo, whether it's Japanese Kewpie mayo or regular mayo. And finally, some smoked beef flavored Simba chips. First things first, you're going to pour your rice into a pot. Then you're going to transfer the pot over to the sink, where you're going to give it a thorough rinse quite a couple of times. We do this to get rid of the starch that's clinging to the rice, otherwise during cooking the rice won't be sticky. Once the rice is rinsed, take it back to the stove and set the heat to about medium, which is about 3 or 4. Then put the lid on the pot and let it boil for 10 minutes. While the rice is boiling, you can start cutting the sheet of seaweed into strips. Depending on how many onigiri you make, you could end up with extra strips of seaweed, but don't worry about it too much. You can always use it as a snack for yourself later. After 10 minutes, your rice should be boiled. Give it a stir with a wooden spoon. A wooden spoon is much gentler on sushi rice than a metal spoon. Turn down to a lower heat and leave the pot with the lid on for about 12 to 13 minutes until all the water is absorbed. Afterwards, you can switch off the stove and voila, all the water is absorbed. You can then set aside the pot and let it steam for 10 minutes with the lid on. Once steamed, add the rice vinegar to your rice to keep it from drying out and to add a nice tangy flavor. Time to add the rice seasoning. Don't be shy with how much you put in. The more you put in, the more flavorsome your onigiri will be. In a small bowl, pour out some Simba chips and crush it with a spoon. Now it's time to add some Kewpie mayo. The more mayo you add, the creamier your chips will be. Again, if you don't have any Kewpie mayo on hand, you can always use regular mayo. Next, take your onigiri molds or your cling wrap, dampen them with some water and add some salt. The salt keeps the rice from falling apart. Scoop a teaspoon of rice into your onigiri mold or the cling wrap. It's a very sticky business, hence why I'm wearing gloves. Then you'll use your finger to create a little hole in the middle of the rice. This is where you'll be putting your chip and mayo mixture. Add a second layer of rice, pat it down, and put the lid on top or tie up a cling wrap and shape it into a triangular shape. Repeat the process until you have enough onigiri. Once set, you can use the slot at the back to push the onigiri out. That's one onigiri down and several more to go. Look at that, foodies. Smoked beef flavored Simba chips onigiri. Could it be a tea time snack or lunchtime meal? That, foodies, is up to you.
As always, make sure to share your ideas and recipes in the comments below. And remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Simba Chips deliciousness. I'm Rish, and it's goodbye, tot ziens, and hambani kashle of the Simba Kitchen. Ciao for now.
No.